So, I woke up very, very early one morning and couldn't go back to sleep. So I did some YouTube surfing and I came across Blowshimselfupdude's video of "The Books Are Too Damn Long." So, Blowshimselfupdude, you asked if anyone else felt this way. In many cases, I'd agree. And I too have noticed that when I take a trip to the bookstore or the library, and I look around at some of the classic books like Dracula, The Time Machine, the original Sherlock Holmes short stories and novels, Alice in Wonderland, Treasure Island, those books are short compared to what's being put out today. I think even Game of Thrones, which you mention as justifying their length, actually could be released in shorter volumes, just release 2 to 3 times as many books, and fans probably wouldn't have an issue with that. Harry Potter books too. I think that Harry Potter 1 through 3 were the length they needed to be. After that, they got too long, and I know J.K. Rowling put more stuff going on in them, but even so, I think they do drag on a little too much. I think she very well could have written about the same in-universe things going on, the same expansions of the characters, the world building, the plot, the mysteries being revealed, and still have them of similar length to the first 3. You cite this length problem as a likely major source of people not reading, not picking up books. Not that many people are big readers, and many, like my little brother, who is not a big reader, just want a short, exciting book once in a while that you don't have to slowly progress through over the course of a year or 2. My youngest sister and I are big readers, so we don't mind a big book here and there. She is a huge fan and follower of the Warriors Cat series, which are relatively short books. It's just a long series. And I tend to pick up a bit of everything from Game of Thrones to Clan of the Cave Bear to Star Wars to Blood and Chocolate to Jurassic Park and The Lost World. My favorite book of all is Raptor Red by paleontologist Robert Becker. And that's a pretty short book considering what's out nowadays. It's 250 pages, small pages. I think it spends a little too much time on the paleontology lessons, which I love. I'm an ecologist and paleontologist, so I love that stuff. But I do think it takes a few too many breaks from the story to do it. Anyway, yes, I do notice this too. I think there's a widespread belief in mainstream culture now that the longer a book is, the more deep and mature it is. Not always that the book is mature, but if you read longer books, you are a more mature reader. And that's actually not the case, but I think it is widely believed. I take part in a writer's web forum called Autonomy. It's a site where prospective writers gather and share the stories they're working on, and we read and critique each other's works. And a lot of times, the shorter books are among the best. They're often action-packed, detailed emotions that don't take up pages and pages, to the point. I can certainly enjoy a long book, but not every book needs to be of such great length. I also agree that the short story is a forgotten art. I have one cousin who I was very close to growing up. Before my little brother was born, he and I were like brothers. And one of our favorite books was Rikki Tikki Tavi, which is an awesome story. It's one of the Jungle Book stories, actually, and it's very short. A lot of the Mowgli stories are actually rather short, and they're often considered to be better written than the longer Tarzan books. I think a lot of kids, and even adults, are turned away by the sheer lengths of books these days. We want to get kids into reading, but the books are so long now that I think it's just tiring to get through them.